Welcome to What's in the Bag, where we give the voice to the voiceless and we let you say whatever is on your mind. My name is Marvina and I am your host.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning, everybody.
Good
Welcome.
morning.
Welcome in, coming in on another segment of Early Morning Coffee with Marvina. We have made a whole year. I am so grateful. We went. I remember January when we started the morning coffee, and look at us now. And we in another January of 2023, and I am so grateful. I'm just grateful today. And I don't know if anybody noticed. It seemed like there's a shift going on. I mean, it's just we're gonna talk about that in a minute. But let me tell y'all what I got in my coffee. Good morning, mommy. Good morning. I love you, lady. I love you. I got some hazelnut Kroger brand Coop coffee in my cup. Also with that my daughter did. I don't even remember. It's some type of mocha. Remember the name of it? The whatever. It's the same stuff from last segment. It was a funny name. Well, I had that in my cup today. I'm almost done with it. I done drank most of it trying to wait on coming on in. It's just this has been a 2023 is just already has been a blessing, and I'm so grateful. But anyway, let me ask that lady down there. Hey, lady girl. Hey, BFF. Hey, BFF.
Hey, beautiful. Good morning. And to kind of piggyback off of what you're saying, 2022 was an okay year. It was like I call it like the bounce back year.
Yeah.
But 2023 has already surpassed some of my wildest imaginations. Just very excited for what's happening, what's to come as we continue to grow, and just so much. But this
Yeah.
morning, I am drinking 8 o'clock original coffee. Got my hazelnut in there, and my sugar substitute. I don't know, maybe my taste buds is off, but everything tastes extremely sweet to me today. So I got
Yeah.
my coffee.
Yeah, I got mine too. It's just, I'm not trying to be funny, but I just want to say this. I am in awe with God. I don't know if anybody ever had an assignment and you know that God is working in you through that assignment and everything is going so fast. You're trying to catch it and you just don't know what's going on. But you just have the faith and know that God is moving you and working inside of you. It's like a calling. Good morning. Who's saying good morning? I need a name. I'm just being honest. I feel him. I'm trying to make sense out of it, but I can feel him. It's like a spirit that's moving inside of me that's telling me just keep going. Even when I'm starting to feel I ain't got enough attitude because I'm addicted to I don't have enough. I'm addicted to how can I do this? I don't have enough money. I don't have enough time. I'm addicted to that because it'll wake me up in the morning. When I get up in the morning, I'm
Mm,
thinking about the bills, thinking about the things I got to get done. And I'm like, Lord, I don't have enough of that. I can't. And it keeps me in bondage. But these
wow.
past, exact, this past, I would say week, maybe 2 weeks. It was, I don't know, Yvonne, was week, 2 weeks. He's
Yeah,
been
past few
on
weeks.
me. He's
Yes.
been on me to the point I didn't even know what to say. I didn't even have a I didn't even know what to talk to y'all today about. I'm like, Yvonne, God is working on me. I don't even know what to talk about. A woman who don't, I talk about all kinds of stuff, but I could not put my finger on what to talk about today.
Because
Like,
he's giving the word now.
he,
Remember I said that
it's,
to you. I said he's going to supply. I said trust what I'm saying and look at the conversation
it's
that we
just,
kicking
I
off
mean,
with.
I'm just in awe because
Yeah.
it's a feeling I have never I mean, all my life, I've never felt. I mean, as a kid, I remember 8 years old, I asked God to lead me. I remember, and my mom can tell you, it was Paul Morton. He came to our church on a revival, and that was the time I asked God to lead me. And then I knew that I had some connection there, but couldn't grasp what that connection was.
Jesus.
I couldn't grasp. I didn't even
Mm-mm.
understand. I didn't understand. I lived all these years. I done raised 5 children. I done raised other people's children. I have processed a lot of Marvini and other people and still didn't understand what it was.
Ooh.
And then I get to this point now and if nobody understands, I can understand you not understanding. It's okay because this walk has nothing to do with you. It don't, not in the way of him talking to me, but it will because he's giving it to me to give to you.
Mm.
That's when it got a whole lot to do with you.
You know what that means? That you're tapped in and you're tuned in. You tapped into what God is saying and you tuned into what God is saying and you are accepting of it, you are receiving of it, and you are walking it. Does that make
It's
sense?
Oh yes, I'm just gonna be honest with you. I don't want to come from out of here. I don't. It's
Yeah.
like I know that things are going to come. Yes, Mama. Yes, I know the door. That let me say this. My mother wrote on here, "You are the door, my precious daughter." And Bishop T.D. Jakes had a sermon on this yesterday about being the.
Mm.
You would think, and he said this, mommy. I think I'm gonna quote it right. I'm going to say it. He said, sometimes you think you're going through the door, but not knowing that you are the door. So you the door, you got to let them come in.
That's it.
That thing is deep because
That is
yes,
yeah.
ma'am, I feel like he is working it out
Yes.
through me, for me, to give to you. I am grateful. I am grateful. I just had to say that. I just had to say that. I don't know why, but I just had to say that. I have to give it to him because I never understood until now that I had an assignment that I've been working on for all this time, from the time I was a kid, taking care of other people's children, from doing the things that I did in the churches, and also just being a mother to not only my children, to other people's children. And he gave me to assignment
Mm,
just
Jesus.
to be over,
Jesus.
just
Jesus.
being nurturing, to give awareness, to give
Jesus.
love, to
Mm,
give back. I mean, to
mm.
give, that's to get where I'm at today.
Jesus.
And I am so grateful,
Jesus.
y'all.
Jesus. You know
What are
what,
you going
Marina?
to do, baby?
It reminds me of a conversation that we had about 3 weeks ago, 3 weeks, close to a month. And you were driving into work, and I was getting prepared for work. And I don't know, we got into this conversation, and I told you, I said, everything that you have been through since you came into this world up to this moment. God has been preparing you, just like He's been preparing me and preparing. He has been preparing us for these very moments right now. Everything that we've been through, everything that we've done, everything that we're doing is relatable. You know what I mean? It's relatable. We've been through it. We can testify to it. We have some stories. We have some testimonies. God has been preparing us for these moments, these precious moments.
Moments. And
Lord
I
have
am
mercy.
so grateful because there's so much going on behind the scenes that it's like I almost like somebody's pumping me up, pumping me up. I want to burst it all out at one time. I just want everybody to have it. I just want to give it to, but I know it's timing. The Bible said there's a time for everything. So
Yes,
I
yes,
am
indeed.
grateful today that I'm going to be able to use the light that He's given me to give to others and shine a light so other people can be aware of what's going on in their bags, that they can tell and testify to.
That's
That's
right.
all they did the whole year of 2022. They testified.
Hmm.
We didn't. We one thing we had, and I remember in Baptist church when people used to stand up and testify. They
Yes.
used to testify.
I didn't
And we
understand it
sitting there
then.
trying to figure out, and they get up there. That was their time to shine.
Oh my goodness. Yes.
They could shine. They can tell you how good God is. Even down to talk about mental health, mental awareness. The mothers who's dealing with
Hmm.
children like they should. Last year, we talked about talked to teachers. We talked to ministers. We talked to addicts. We talked to people that have been in prison. We talked to so many people that their lease was in their bags. And guess what? It allowed us to release,
Hmm.
relate, and understand that we're not out here alone. We have an assignment.
That's right. That's right.
We're assigned. Even the path that we take. A young lady named Evelyn, Eva, y'all see, she wrote, I think, was it Eva? I think it was Eva. Oh, she was talking about the paths that we take. And we're getting off that path. It's like the Israelites when you don't use that righteous, trying to be real, the righteous way of thinking, you always stray from off that path. But God uses that. He uses the path that you take
That's right.
for His glorification, for His good. And guess what? That's what He's been doing all these 52 years of my life. And I didn't get it. I know
Yeah.
now. I understand. I'm relating to it. I'm understanding it more.
Yeah.
BFF.
Yes, ma'am. Well, I'm smiling because you talking my language. You talking my language. And anybody that know me from being at work, family members, other friends and associates, every other word out my mouth is about God and the power of God and what God is doing, how God is going to do, how He, because and like Marvin, I can only speak from my experiences. When you guys see this smile on my face, y'all don't know half the stuff that I'm dealing with or going through, or the amount of pain and everything that I'm in. Like right now, I'm in so much pain, it is ridiculous. However, God is so good that His love and His joy, His warmth, everything about that connection elevates me above what I'm going through on that level. I could jump up right now and run, scream, shout because I know what God has done for me. I know what God is doing for me, and I know what God is going to do. It's just, oh my God. I mean, we can sit up here and talk all day about it because when I
It's
tell you,
amazing.
it
It's
is
amazing.
amazing.
It's
You know
amazing.
what? It's like your own personal love story. How about
Yes.
that? Your own personal
Oh,
love
yeah.
story with God. Yes, that
Yeah.
personal
Well, God gave us
relationship.
66 stories, 66 of them in the Bible.
He gave
All
us
those are love
66 of them in
stories.
the Bible plus one extra. That's the one that
Plus
you create
extra
with it.
one to create
Jesus.
for yourself. That's
Jesus.
cool. I
Yes.
love it. Yes.
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 mm.
But anyway, we did all of it. We were thinking about talking about what we were talking about, but we don't let God use us like He always
Yeah,
does.
he just
Amen. Amen.
and I have to take and say this to you guys. If you guys see us out and about, what you see right now is what you get. And that's on the real. We
Yeah,
th-
I can't
when
be
we were
nothing else.
yeah, when we were out and about in real estate all day every day. God every day God put us into a situation to be able to minister to somebody and talk
Yeah.
about
Yes, we did.
the goodness of God. That opened a lot of people's eyes. It's just amazing how God uses you when you say use me.
Use
When you
me.
when you say use me, God says, "Okay, that's what I
You
got you."
be, you be
It's
thinking
a
it's
mighty
that
word to be done.
pulpit. You might think it's like, okay, you need, but see, God use you when He needs to use you.
That's right.
He
That's right.
gives you opportunity to be used, and I'm gonna say this: 98% of the time we crunch to go. I remember times He tell you to go say something, and I just don't do it because I'm so scary.
You know me.
You know, you're so scary. But then you put you in a situation that you have to.
Yes, ma'am.
He gonna get it now. He gonna get it. Okay, you were scary today, but I'm gonna show you today. You gonna have to. Look. You was about to hit that car. That car was about. Y'all was about to collide, and I moved you out the way. Now you got to talk. But let's talk about it, because that's how
Right,
he works.
right.
That's how he works. That's how he works. Well, girl, I asked him
Good.
what we want to talk about today, and I really want to talk about this upcoming graduation that's approaching. Okay, now y'all
Yes,
might think this is
ma'am.
crazy. I'm on my last child. I'm on my last child out of five. I'm on my last child, and he can graduate.
And look, I'm on my last two for the next few years. And what I mean by last two, my kids are grown, but I am auntie, I am Gma, and I am all in. So I am there for any and everything that all of the kids that God has blessed me with in my life are in. So her journey for graduation is my journey. And so we have two
But
17-year-olds that will be
man,
graduating this year. My goodness.
my issues is more or less not the graduation and him graduating. My issues is the children or him after graduation. What's his choice and
That's
decisions?
right.
How we parents are affected by the way we raise our children to make choices and decisions about what they're going to do after they graduate. Um, my son, I had to ask him quite a few times, what you gonna do? You almost out of school. You get ready to turn 18. What you gonna do? Get a job. What you gonna do? What That's all I've been saying to him. But then, sometimes people think that the best way to do it is to make them do what? Make tell them, not make them, tell them what to do
Hmm.
instead of asking them what to do. Now, me, I'm not that type of parent that run around and say you need to do this. I'll tell you what I see that you're good in. And my son made a decision. He says he's going to barber school. He's getting ready to go to barber school and do the right thing. But to me, when I seen him, I never seen him as cutting hair because I ain't never seen him interested in cutting. But then I had to go back and, I asked him, and he gave me his reasons, which I think was a beautiful reason. I'm not going to tell you, but he likes to look good and he won't make everybody else look good. So I think
Love my nephew.
but I'm just saying, me and Yvonne was talking and she was sharing with me about I think it was a young lady
Hmm.
who
Hmm.
daughter decides she's going to go a whole different route that your mom. And I would like for her to share that with you and kind of, if you have grandkids that's ready to graduate or you have children that's graduate, cousins, it's good to find out and talk to them
Yeah,
before we graduate to find out where their heads are at instead of just letting them lean to thine own understanding because a lot of times they don't understand anything. Where
that's right.
they're children, this is their first time everything. Think about when you first started, or when you
That's
left
right.
high school, or when you started elementary school, or even leaving kindergarten, all the things that you were unsure of. And we as parents, we ain't gonna tell our children we got this bill, we got that bill until they're old enough to understand about those bills. They're
That's
making
right.
those bills, and they're making it harder for us to get those bills changed because now they want $100 sneakers and all this extra. But I'm just saying, children don't know what they're expecting unless we communicate that.
That's right.
So I'm sorry, Yvonne had this story. I would love for her to talk about this young lady and her mom. Go ahead, Yvonne. I'm sorry.
So, a lady that I know, um, has a daughter who is graduating this year. And I said, "Ooh, girl, congratulations. I know you're excited." And, da, da, da. And she's like, "Nah, not really." And I said, "Not really." I said, "The pinnacle. They've been in school since kindergarten, some on preschool." And she's like, "Yeah, well, she's decided to go into the Air Force." And I said, "Okay." "No, no, no, that's not okay. That's not okay. I went to this particular school and she's supposed to go to this particular school. She's supposed to pledge. She's supposed to do this. She's supposed to." And so I said to her, I listened to what she had to say, and I said, "Well, are you, is it your future or your daughter's future? Because you've established, you've done the things that you want. Do you established your future? Does she not have the same right to go out and establish hers? What she's passionate about?" And and I said, "Well, what was her reason?" She said that she wants to help defend her country. That there's going to come a time and a place where that's going to be important, and that's what she wants to do. She wants to help defend and protect her country, serve and protect. That struck volumes with me.
Me
It
too.
struck volumes with me because that is a huge, tremendous sacrifice. Huge, tremendous sacrifice. We both know people who have been in the military. I have a baby sister that just recently retired from the military. She did 6 tours in
Wow.
some of the the worst places in the world during wartime in some cases. And I feel that that's a huge sacrifice. It comes to a sacrifice of your family if you have children. So I think that that's a huge undertaking, that the young lady. And I don't feel that she went to sleep and woke up and said, "Oh, this is." I'm pretty sure she thought about it. She makes great grades. Her mother said that she has a 3.28 GPA, which is really good. She has scholarship offers and everything, but this is what she's choosing to do.
Yeah.
And for me, I'm the type of person that three kids. One, a couple of them went to college and one didn't, but they all have beautiful careers, handling their business, living life, and they are happy. I would rather for my child to be healthy and happy pursuing what they want to than for me trying to impose and force my ideals onto them. Because college is not for everybody. It just isn't. Think about the number of people that come back and complain because they pay all this money, help their kids get in school, then a year or two, sometimes in their third year, even I've even seen in their fourth year where kids drop out, don't finish. So all that money is down the drain. You have some kids who know, like my nephew said, "No, I want to be a barber." But the parents, they make technical school and things of that nature. Some people make that taboo. Why? Why? If that is going to make that person happy, then as a parent, it's your responsibility to help ensure their happiness, is to help them reach the next goal in their life. I know everybody doesn't agree with what I'm saying. It's okay.
This is your bag. I mean, I've seen um, the pros and cons for both sides. I mean, I
Mhm.
used to work at a law office where um, both of the owner's sons was actually, one was a paralegal, his son was a paralegal, and one was a lawyer, and his son was a lawyer, and that was part of what they claimed this is what their family was doing. They had to be lawyers. And it worked out because after that they went into the firm. They got this big business. I'm just saying. Then I've
Mhm.
seen people who, like you said, have wanted their children to do what they want, where they want to live their life, their life through their children, get them in there,
Mm-hmm.
and they're not really successful at it. There's, but my whole thing, ch- our grown ups, our young adults are adults too. They have a voice. They know what
Mm-hmm.
they want. They need to know that after they leave high school, this is where life starts. Ain't nobody patting them on their hands anymore. I was talking to my son about that. You got to be ready, because this world
That's
ain't
right.
here will
Yeah.
swallow you up.
Yeah.
It will swallow you up. Find you a trade. Find you something to do. Now you want to go to trade school? I'm good with it.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna work your way to getting up where you need to be. I even had people tell me he need to get a job. He need to get a job. Okay, yep, he does. He need a job. But right now, if I was living in my mama house and she sat around and took care of me every day, I wouldn't get a job. That's bad. Yeah, I'm talking about me. Hey, I can tell you what's in my bag. I'm one of them mothers who just, my other, and it's weird. It got that way as I got older. I mean, my other
But
children was all working when they got out
but
of
you know,
high
but it was a lot of things that happened over the past couple of years that changed your mindset on some things,
school.
and
Yeah,
you
especially,
regrouped and reformed. And I agree when you said to me about like okay, the job situation. I got it, and I understood it. You know, because we're still COVID. You know, a lot of people say, "Oh, COVID is gone." No, COVID is not. The people there is a new variants out here. Okay, so
yeah,
stay, stay woke. Please stay woke and stop
yeah,
saying that it
yeah.
is gone. It did not. It came in a thief like it came in the night like a thief, but it is still here. It is
It's
not
still
gone.
here.
And so
And you,
my nephew, along with a lot of other kids his age, are still struggling with that thought that of COVID and the things that can come along with it. And a couple of years ago, there wasn't a whole lot that people could really tell you that was very assuring to you to go out there on the job front. So I understood a lot. And then you're
yeah,
talking
I
about
mean,
kid
you
that
understand that he's my last child, he just spoiled. I have a spoiled I have a spoiled last child. I had a spoiled first child. In between, we got spoiled together. But the last one, he's spoiled.
and I can't look and I can't lie. I help spoil. Yes,
He's
yes
spoiled.
I
Oh my God, he's a good for me. He's a good young man. I mean,
yeah.
I'm hard to. I was told don't name him Ronald because he's gonna be a bad boy. I said, what? Ron's are bad boys. I said, not this Ronald, not this. They were like, I said, you know the difference between the other Ronalds and that Ronald that I have? Their mother name was not Marvina. My
All right, now you better say it.
Not this Ronald, and I'm gonna prove you wrong. And I
You didn't
mean,
put you
and
look.
I'm
You did
still
not
ain't.
put that curse on him.
Yeah, don't be putting your mouth on
You
my
didn't put it.
baby.
Well, yeah,
Let's give
right.
his
You put
name
that curse
Ronald.
on
But
him.
they said what's in the name. I never even checked it out before I asked. I should have checked to see if I should call it Ronald.
Ooh, I love their life.
Yes, baby, I do too.
These two 17-year-olds is getting ready to graduate.
Yes, yes.
When I go back, and they've been the best of friends since they were born 8 days apart, and they've been the best of friends ever since. I constantly, as we're nearing that milestone in their life, I keep going back to this picture they took when they were so old.
When you dressed them both up in lavender,
I
that's my
love those
baby.
love those two kids. And
Luck
when I
of the
tell you
drawer.
they
That's
don't
my
see
baby.
each other every day like they used to and everything, but they do talk to each other a lot, and they they talk about what they want for their future, what they want for their future.
Yeah.
So that kind of goes back to, how many of you guys out there, and we're not, let me say this. No, we're not talking about the child that just don't want to do. Let me say that. We're not talking about the child that just don't want to do, just don't want to do anything. No future goals, no plans, just being all over the place. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about kids who are graduating, who've done well in school, have scholarship opportunity, have the opportunity to go to college, but they opt out to do something different. As a parent, how how does that make you feel? How do you
Yeah.
feel?
And a lot of times they take it personal, like it's them, like they're making the choice.
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
it's not your decision. It's not your life. It's not.
Yeah.
It's not
Yeah.
your life.
Yeah.
Um, once we're borrowed, they let us borrow them for about 18 years. They borrowed, even though we 9 months. I catch you, not till you prayed for. They still borrow
That's
because
right.
after they grow up, they make their own decisions. They make their own choices. Now, if you one of them parents that might get a house next door or apartment next door to them or something like that to keep an eye on them. They're the ones that think you're gonna tell them what to do. They gonna get. They gonna. I don't care how you look at it. They gonna sneak. They gonna get. They grow up.
Yeah. Yeah. And look at it like this, people. How many of us? I put it like this. I know what I wanted to do when I was a straight A student. I wanted to go into the Air Force and do all these things. I had my whole life planned out, but God had a whole different plan for me. Were my parents happy? Absolutely not. Oh my goodness, my parents were not happy at all. But as I got older and matured more, my parents continued to recognize my strengths versus my weaknesses, and they supported me in my choices and my decisions as I moved forward in my career decisions. Um, I'm in a job that I enjoy. But how many? And I can't say that this is my first job, and I can't say that this is my last job, if that makes sense. And how many of us have had several jobs throughout our lives? It doesn't mean that we're not happy and we're not doing the things that we want to do. It's just time for a change. It's just time for a change for you, and you still blazing your own path. So I just kind of feel like kids have the right to blaze their own path. um
They ain't kids no more.
Yeah, yeah.
They
Well, let
kids
me,
no
well,
more.
they're gonna
I
always
got
be our children. So let me
yeah,
say
they
this:
got
you're right. They're gonna
children.
always be our children, but our young men and young women, um,
So
should have,
sing a verse so I still hold it on. Please.
they should be
Uh,
able to get out
maybe
there.
I'll do that at the end. I know that's my mama. I maybe. Okay, mom, stop playing me out. Here you go. But yeah, I feel that no matter what we try to push our children to do, even if it's a college that you wanted them or you want them to walk in the shoes that you have done with your parents been and this and that and the other. I don't care how you look at it. The child or the grown up, the young lady, the young man has to have a heart to want to do it. Success is just what it is. You can push as long. I went to school right out of high school, and I didn't even know what I was doing there. I went to Wilma Board. I'll never forget. I thought I was going to be a stewardess. I wanted to go didn't like flying and scared to fly. Still scared to fly.
I'm sorry. Every time you tell me that story, guys, every time she tells me this, I bust out laughing because how are you gonna go to stewardess school and you are scared of heights? You scared to fly, but you.
This lady came up to me and told me I could be a good stewardess. I didn't even know what a stewardess was. I just knew she said, go to school. I said, okay, it's time to go to school. I'm going to go to school. I'm going to
Oh my
pick me a
gosh.
grade. You're going to be a good stewardess. I got there. I couldn't figure out what I was doing. I really couldn't. So I know. I didn't know what I was doing when I was.
Imagine
I
your
didn't have
stewardess.
no clue.
Imagine your stewardess walking around with the eyes closed and never going to the window.
Like, don't look down there. Don't look.
Oh, girl, you crazy.
Girl, please, soon as it started, I mean, give out some snacks. Give out some snacks.
Whew, I can see you now. Lord have mercy. I can see
But,
you
you
now.
don't, like I said, I'm
Oh
just going
God.
back from when I was a kid and I had no clue. I didn't have a clue. I didn't. So
Yeah.
I'm like, how many children really, how many young adults, stop calling them children, how many young
Yeah.
adults do? How many young adults had to go through a whole process before they figured it out?
Mm-hmm.
How many of us had to go to, first of all, when you're young, a child, when you're under the teenage and stuff like that, it's like yippee yay, yippee yay. When you start becoming your 20s, you're still going out potting and thinking you're cute. Then you get into your 30s, you're sitting around, it's like, okay, I'm still here. Wait a minute. Then when you're in your 40s, got them kids and family members, you're like, okay, I got to sit down and chill. Let me see what, ain't there. Then you get up
Right.
in your 50s. I'm just talking about me. I'm up in my 50s. I'm like, oh, wait a minute. Most of my years was trying to raise my children. I didn't even realize the gifts and talents that God was working in me while I was there raising.
Mm.
I didn't know.
Mm.
Then the light came on. Wow, you really can make people laugh. You love God so much. You evangelize. You can do this. And it was like, this is what I'm supposed to be doing. My mama told me, you're supposed to be a preacher. I don't know. Looking at her like, I don't know about preacher, mommy. But I understand where she was coming from. People see some things in you, you don't even know who you don't even see in yourself.
Yeah. Yeah.
We don't know it. These young adults don't got a clue. And I understand sometimes you want them to do what you want them to do, but I don't care what you say. They're going to stray. They're going to do what
Yeah.
they do.
They're gonna, I feel like this. When people start to find their heart song, they're gonna move to that beat.
I love it.
For me, I've had some major opportunities in my life that I didn't jump on. I didn't jump on them because of how much I love my children. A lot of people don't know this, but I won a modeling contract. I had a huge modeling contract. Um, I was excited. Plus size going to be one of the first plus size models, and they told me that my first assignment would be 7 months overseas, away from my baby. What they say that for? Because it was like downhill fast. No. I've had opportunities to move out of the state to go and work for other companies. Nah, I wasn't gonna uproot my babies. Like they can't. They didn't want to do that. They didn't want to be such a drastic change for them. All my family and everybody is here, so so you make choices and decisions that's best suited. That's best suited for your life. Um, like I said, these we have to really think about this with the graduation coming up. Take the time to sit and talk with your kids, because a lot of times kids are doing and going along to the beat of your heart song because they know that you're going to smile about it.
Yes.
But take out time to ask them openly and honestly, what is it that you want to do? My hat is off to Marvina. I applaud her, and she and I talk about this all the time. I love her relationship that she has with her children, because that woman sitting right there, oh, she asks the questions. She asks the questions,
I asked the
and
question.
she can say the same thing about me because I ask the questions. I do. Whether it's my own children or my nieces and my nephews, I ask. I ask my grandchildren at their young ages, because I'm just a supporter.
Yeah. You need to ask the questions.
Yeah,
That's the way the conversation. You ain't gonna know if you don't ask.
that's right. And you'll be
You sitting around
surprised
here,
and amazed.
the Holy Spirit tells you something in your spirit, and then all of a sudden you like wondering why until you ask the
Yeah,
question.
that's it.
Then you'll get
That's
your
it.
answer. Your child, they're gonna tell you.
Yeah.
Or either they're gonna tell you about yourself.
Yes.
Where I gotta do it. You ain't been here all this time. Now you want to know what I'm doing. I'm not gonna tell you what I'm doing, what I'm gonna do. I heard
That's
somebody
right.
do what I'm doing.
That's right.
You
And
like looking at it like, oh, okay, somewhere along the line we lost communication.
yeah,
That's because now
yeah,
they're older, you ready for them to leave the house or whatever your
yeah,
gender is. Now they gotta pay some rent, they gotta do this, but you never took out that time to find out about them. So now,
yeah,
you gotta catch your children. Catch them right where they
Yeah.
need to be. Start communicating. It should start when you're 13. I really think
Yeah.
older than that. I mean younger than that, 9 now.
Oh yeah. Oh
Um,
yeah. But
you got to communicate with them.
yeah. Because you pointed something out to me, Marvina, a long time ago. You said when parents truly know their kids,
Hmm.
they're able to recognize in them what they may be passionate about at that moment. You said that doesn't mean they're gonna be passionate about it when they get older. You said, but for them to find out who they are, you got to help them with
Hmm.
that passion in that moment
I
and
see it.
talk to them about it and understand it. And she does that.
Yes, I
She
mean, my
she does.
daughter, when she was little, I knew she would love dancing. I knew Lelia loved to
Yeah.
dance. And I critiqued. I was on her like white on rice. I ain't even gonna lie. Is that a good word? White on rice? That's not nothing bad.
White
White
on
on rice.
rice. No, that's
Okay,
just a
just making
saying.
sure because people get funny. But I was on her. Point your toes. You're doing it wrong. Sit down.
I remember that.
Girl, what you doing? No.
Oh my God. I
Yes.
was taking a nap one day and I heard that. I thought I was in Debbie Allen's
Even,
dance
even
studio or
Soraya,
something.
Soraya, when we used to go to the band and stuff, and I thought she was gonna be in the band, do all this stuff. I'd be at Westlake screaming. I'm at 3 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning, following behind the bus, trying to make sure I'd be there for them. Marvin, when he tried to do he tried to do football. Their coaches wouldn't do my son right. They should have used my baby. But he thought I was right there.
Yeah.
Whatever I see, Ronald started football. I thought, okay,
Quick feet.
he gonna be quick feet. He fast. He gonna be. Let me be a team mom. I was
Yeah.
a team mom.
But but I'm gonna tell you something. After that first year, he saw the political side, the politics behind
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
Even in little league, and he was like, nope, not for me.
yeah, like it.
So
But that's
mad
just
respect, mad
I'm
respect.
just saying, I never pushed my children to do because I know God got them. I've prayed over my children, and
Yeah,
whatever choices they make, I pray for them to be able to prosper into it.
yeah,
Every one of my children, I see a little of me in them, whether it's mentally or even where they crafts or skills. It just makes in all it's like each one of them have a little piece of me and they bring it out more. They make it
yeah,
it's like a glowing me in each one of them and they take it there. I'm just loving life. I love
yeah,
my children. I ain't saying I'm the perfect mom. No, that's not what I'm saying. That's not it. I'm not nothing perfect about anybody. But when as a child, I remember people want to say, what you want to be when you grow up? What do you want to be when you grow up? I wanted to be a mother. I promise you that was what I wanted to be. I took care of everybody else's children. I wanted to be a mother. I didn't realize what being a mother took, but I knew that being a mother is for me to be nurturing and caring to them and understand that, I'm not going to be 100 all the time. I've made mistakes and they will tell you a whole lot of them. But they never lost the sight that I love them.
that's right.
Never. I never pushed anything on them. I've let them and allowed them to make choices and decisions on their own, and it works for me.
Yeah, yeah,
So to those parents out there thinking that you mad because your child is going another direction, so
that's right, that's right. And I'm
so
and I can piggyback off of Marvina. The sacrifices that you make for your children throughout the course of their lives, they pull from that when they're making their decision to go into the next chapter of their life. I remember having one car and coming from Temple, West Georgia, driving my daughter into Atlanta every day for high school, going and making sure that my boys got to my mother-in-law's house, or got to all the way to Woodstock for basketball and football practice and everything, because that's where their uncles were coaching at and everything. Any and everything that they were passionate about, that I could be supportive in, I did. I slept in parking lots, everything, to make
Hmm.
sure that they were where they needed to be. And then there were times when they said, "Oh no, I don't want to do this anymore." The only time that I made them complete an assignment is if I had
Hmm.
paid my money.
Exactly.
If I paid my money, because I always gave them the opportunity. I said, "Now, are you sure that this is what you want to do?" And I tell them, think on it and pray on it. Do some research on it. Come back and tell me why you want to do it. And then once they did, and I paid my money, and they played one or two games, and said, "Oh no, I remember my daughter did that with golf. Oh no, I don't want to do. Oh yes, you are. We're gonna go this golf season. Now I won't renew for the next season, but I don't throw money away."
Right. I'm
And so
sorry,
it.
I was reading a comment. What
Mhm.
about this? What about this? Did you hear on news about a 6-year-old? What? Did you hear on the news about this 6-year-old who took a gun to school and shot his teacher? It was premature.
Premeditated. No, we
No.
have not heard about that. I know that Marvin and I,
Who
we
is
are
this? I'm sorry.
normally up to date. This must have been something recent. We just haven't had a chance to check on it. My heart and prayers go out to
Okay,
both families.
I can't believe that a 6-year-old thinks like this, mommy. Okay, so it's a child of mine. I don't know which child that was. Let me know who you are. No, I didn't hear about that. That's very sad. That seemed like a news break right quick. We had a news break of a 6-year-old. What? What? What?
6-year-old
Yesterday
student
news.
kills teacher.
Yesterday news. No, I didn't. I didn't hear it.
A teacher in Virginia. Wow. My
Virginia.
God.
Wow. No, I didn't. I didn't hear anything about it. And thank you for sharing that with us. It doesn't got to do with any ages. You can shoot a gun no matter where. How did he get the gun? Who gave him the gun? What was the gun at that he could take it to school? He's 6 years old. His life is ending at 6 years old. Wow.
What else is going on
Yeah, man.
that puts a child into a place to think along the lines of murder? Um,
Sad.
well, we've talked about it before, and we've touched base on it before. It sometimes it is the things that's been instilled in them.
Yeah.
And I can use this. I can look at Leilani, host of Kids Corner. I can look at my granddaughter Alexa. I can look at my grandsons and everything. All that other violence and stuff that they got going on. No, we don't do that. What Leilani all day every day is what?
I just,
Um,
I know.
moshing the bed. You know what I'm saying? The different things that's being fed into them. Um,
So sad.
I just,
So
I
sad.
just,
I'm sorry.
I
It
just
just
don't
took me
know.
so. It took me
Yeah.
there. It just took me there. Um, it's almost. I'm so sad. How a 6-year-old, their life is over. Their life is over. I mean, did he even have or she 6-year-old? You say 6-year-old, so I don't know if it's a boy or girl. Did they even know what they were going to do? I mean, I know it's
Oh.
premeditated, but I mean, I'm
They
just a
said that
little
no.
lost.
They said that no students. They said that no students were injured in the shooting at Rich Neck Elementary School. The teacher, in her 30s, suffered life-threatening injuries. Her condition has improved. She is still in critical condition. And they said we did not have a situation where someone was going around the school shooting. Um, Drew said
No.
they said that the student and teacher had known each other in a classroom setting. He said the young boy had a handgun in the classroom, and investigators were trying to figure out where he obtained it. Let's see. She said that
Wow.
one parent said that they received a text saying that there was a shooting, and she said her heart just stopped, and she said her heart fell out when she found out that it was a 6-year old child.
6-year-old child. No, I
Whew.
didn't. This is my first time hearing about it. Normally when I go to work, I hear about the news, but I didn't hear anything about the 6-year-old. And,
Yeah, it
you know,
happened
I'm
yesterday.
glad that the teacher's not, she haven't passed or any of those things. Hope and pray that, everybody uplift her and pray that, she have a speedy recovery, and this child who's 6 years old, I even know a 4-year-old who shot someone in their side, um, not realizing that the gun wasn't real, but know, I remember that. And it's these children getting their hands on guns and stuff don't make no sense to me. How can
Yeah,
where do you have your gun that these children can get their hands on it?
that is
Even
readily
know where to
accessible.
hide it at, or is it okay for you to allow them to, play with them, or how do they get? I don't know. I just so it just makes
So
me feel
sad. And then I
bad.
just
Yeah,
something else I just read about it is, they're saying, how do you handle a situation like this with a 6-year-old? How do you? And then they're saying that the state could intervene and remove the parental rights of the parents
he got his hands
and
on a
keep the
gun.
child institutionalized. Is that the answer? I don't think so.
It's not the
It's more to
answer,
the
but
story. We're gonna look into it. Yeah.
yeah, we're gonna look
Wow.
into it. But we are held accountable for our children, even
Yeah.
though they don't allow us to discipline like we supposed to. I mean, we think we should, but they hold
Yeah.
us
I don't think they
responsible.
should take the parent. I don't think they should remove the child. Remove the parent's parental
Yeah, that's not.
rights.
I
I think
mean,
it's a lot
the
more to
problem
go
is
to
our
look into.
rules and our laws. It's just
Yeah.
now we got to follow the law. So
Yeah.
it's really not what we think. It's a law that we have to follow.
It's-
And being 6 years old, he did the crime.
yeah.
Yeah. Um,
Yeah. I just
sad.
remember someone, a young person that shot someone,
Yeah, that's what I
and
was saying. Did you
the
hear me
yeah,
say
and
that?
the I did, and the grace of God and favor
Yeah.
in their life and how that situation turned around. And I just pray for the
He
grace of
was
God and favor
4.
and mercy in this. Yeah,
He was 4.
four
He
years
was
old,
4.
4 years young.
Yeah,
And it
well,
wasn't things negative that he had seen. It was just the fascination of guns.
yeah. He didn't even know. He didn't even know. I don't believe he really knew that the gun was real or
No.
it was going to do something to harm this person. I mean, they shot him point blank range. And he was terrified. He knew he hurt that man, and he was terrified. But he didn't understand. He was 4. So, thank God it didn't get bad.
Wow.
It didn't get worse or whatever. Let me go ahead on and Mama. I'm sorry, Mama. I'm gonna sing this song to you just because you want me to, Vaughn. Let me sing a little this verse because my mama been wanting me to sing this verse, and this is for her birthday. She's getting ready to turn. Yes. Oh, Mama, get
80
ready to
years
turn.
young.
Yeah, I'm say happy on the 10th. My mom Gray turned 80 years old. Oh my God. And I am so happy and joyful to have her in my life. Y'all don't understand. I'm getting ready to sing this song for my mom. If I crack or scratch or squeak or whatever, sorry. You want me to do it? I'm doing it for her birthday right here and right now because she asked me to. Oh Lord. They said I wouldn't make it. They said I wouldn't be here today. They said I wouldn't amount to anything. But I'm glad to say that I'm on my way. And I'm growing more and more each day. There are many that started out with me, but now they're gone astray. But I'm still holding on. I'm still holding on. I'm still holding on to his hands. I did that for me. Happy birthday, Mommy. I love you. I did that for you.
Beautiful.
Okay, y'all, let's
Beautiful.
get on out of here. I am ready to get on with my day because I got a lot to do today.
Yes.
Thank y'all for listening. I do not own the rights to that song. My mama just wanted me to sing it.
Mama, I wanted her to sing.
Oh, my mama wanted me to sing it. I love her so much, y'all. Y'all look for just send out some happy birthdays. So on the 10th, I'm going to place it on What's in the Bag and also on my profile page. I really want to celebrate my mama because you know what? That lady she's my heart, my love, my life, my soul, and everything. 80 years is a long time for a lot of us. A lot of people haven't even made it through there. And she's telling y'all she's made it. People didn't even think she was gonna make it. She made it. People lied on it, cheated on it, talked about her, mistreated her, all this stuff, but she made it. And she's letting y'all know she's making it. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. You got something to say to the people before we get up out of here, girl?
Hey guys, embrace 2023. Start getting it together. And look outside. It's beautiful out there today. Cold but beautiful. And stay blessed, be a blessing, and have a blessed day. Love you guys.
We love y'all. Remember us on What's in the Bag on Facebook. We are there. Come join us. We got, like I told you, we got a lot of other stuff coming up. We also got our new segments get ready to come up called Be Open. Be Open. Y'all gonna really enjoy that. This one is gonna be different. So y'all might be looking for us on Facebook. We might be doing some other stuff. But just look forward to that. We're also on YouTube. We're on What's in the Bag 21. And like I said before, if you want a little laugh, go to Marvina page for TikTok. She'll keep you laughing. She'll keep